Shalom Israel. This is Peter and Officer Shelby Isupk, under Commander General. This is Israelite School, universal practical knowledge, right? So again, Black, Spanish, and Native Indians. These are the people make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, right? So again, this is the people again we have the laws and are speaking to, right? So again, tonight class could be again about the hypocrisy in the Christian church, right? The hypocrites and them, right? The Christian pastors, again, we're going to scriptures where the Moses was talking about, what Christ was talking about, and thing, right? And see now what they will do and take these scriptures and them and turn these scriptures to say that you could eat anything, right? Than what the Moses is saying you can't eat anything, right? So again, we have a dietary law. Not all animals you could eat. And thing too, right? They have clean animals and they have unclean animals. And thing which we go run through the class, right? But at the same time, again, we go more or less go to the verses now where the Christian church just used to say that, hey, you could eat anything, or what go in your go in your mouth, or the fire what coming out your mouth, and things like that. Again, these things again destroying black people. And again, when you go and watch black people today, they're on a bottom as society. And when you go and watch all these other nations, they're above we. And again, they destroy me as a nation. That again, you hard earned money you're making, you still have to go by the doctors and them, right? The hospitals and them, the private hospitals. And you can't yourself really see to take care of yourself, and you have to be spending a lot of money. Going in the hospitals itself, right? And general hospitals on itself, they're just doing their part, but not really getting no help. And all to stay hours just to get treatment. And again, we could avoid these things and all too if you really listen to what the Moses saying. If you really go in the scriptures itself and just read, right? When compared to the laws are very easy in the scriptures, straightforward. Compared to the mysteries on them, again, we're gonna need your priests and your prophets and them to break down these things for you, like in Genesis and Revelations and things. But more or less the laws on them are very easy and thing, right? You yourself could just read these things and just understand these things and thing, right? But again, the Christian pastors and them is like they're having you in bondage and thing, right? That you're not free to ask questions again, and we have to really come out of the Christian church and all too again, right? We know we're still in bondage, but again, they have you bondage in the Christian church itself that they'll just be a pastor, let them talk and continue talking right through, and you can't ask no questions, right? So again, we got to run through these verses again. The Christian church like to use to say that that they could eat anything out here, and when they go and run through these things, then I was never talking about you eating anything, right? Because again, everything when the Moses set up and thing, it have things we cannot do as well we could do, right? So the dietary law and thing, we can't do what we want when coming to these animals and it. We have it have sexual laws and all too again, it have things we cannot do neither and thing, right? Marriage laws and all too, it have things we cannot do neither, right? That meaning like this, we can't even marry these other nations and them, right? These other nations is for them others. And them, right? The other nations is for the others, the other nations and them, right? Chinese for Chinese, East Indian for East Indian. We is not to marry these other nations. So everything is always a limitation with the Mosai and them, right? So we just go through these verses and them to see that again the Christian church again will take these things and switch it to their own likeness and things like that, and having black people sinning against the Mosai right through and things, and for decades they continue doing it, right? So give me Matthew chapter 15 and verse 1.
The book of Matthew chapter 15 and verse 1. Then came to Jesus scribes and Pharisees, which were of Jerusalem, saying, Why do thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread.
Right, and again, this is the problem with Christ and the disciples and things, right? So again, the problem they had is that, hey, when we go in and eat, right, that they're not washing their hands before they eat, right? And again, this, you can see this going on here right now, and think that again, it has sometimes they might just eat and your hand, and then after that, sometimes again you go wash you go wash your hand before you eat and thing, right? And this now is something the scribes and Pharisees observe Christ and the disciples not doing and thing, right? And we will see for yourself now what they will take these things that thing and how to say the traditions and men and make it something like a godly in the eyes of in the eyes of the Most High and thing, right? And that is not of the Most High, which is the Most High is a very clean person and thing, right? That you will see everything the Most High set up, even from the dietary law, you want it to be clean and all too, right? Sexual laws and all too, you want it to be clean and all too, right? The other nations and all too, again, you want it to be clean and all too again, right? And you will see for yourself again that, when coming to the Most High Lord, they play a blind eye to it, right? And making their own laws stand out before the Most High laws, right? Go to verse 2.
Verse 3. Read out verse 2 or 3.
Go ahead and verse 3.
But he answered and said unto them, Why do ye also transgress the commandment of God by your traditions?
Right, so answer for answer. And then right, so now why do you transgress the commandments of the Most High and keep your traditions your men and then the commandments are men and things, right? Anything first is the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments and things, right? Which I mean it have things again was set up in the world that is not law it have no law for it, and it can't be punished with neither and thing, right? So it's like the same thing when coming to what the Most High has set up in washing your hand. I not know no law that you have to wash your hand before thing, but again you still want to keep yourself clean, right? So where there is no law, there is no sin and thing, right? But breaking the Most High law and thing, right? This is where being sinful and thing, right? And this is what the scribes and Pharisees doing and thing, right? They're making commandments for themselves and breaking the Most High law, statutes, and commandments and thing, right? And if these are the leaders are doing these things, again the people following them is going to break these laws, statutes, and commandments too and thing, right? And these are the elders again in Israel, the teachers and them, right? The lawyers and them, right? Go ahead.
Come. For God commanded, saying, Honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
And this is a commandment, and also again that when you and they will take this again in Christian church again, and if you don't understand this, some people will say, well, wherever your mother and father say to do, you have to do it, and think too again that there's no meaning that, and all too that they go say, hey, well, if your mother and father say to do this something, no, this totally different, and think too again, and this is I used to pick you get the right knowledge and the right breakdown of these things, for meaning that hey, when your parents get old, you have to take care of them. I think when days where they need you the most something, right? That's like how they say one minute was a man and they're going back to be a baby, something, right? And the time now again That's like, they take care of you when you was younger. Yeah, they feed you, put on your clothes and things like that. They have a time now again that your parents and them will have no strength and thing, right? You have to bathe them, you have to maybe feed them and thing as they get older and older, they get weaker and thing, right? And this is the most I say, honor thy father and thy mother. And when you go and watch now today, there's some people again, as your parents and them, they're getting down in age, like, you're just quick to put them in a home and thing, right? Not seeing that, some people they really try and think the best and think, but don't reach that stage quick to just send them in a home and thing, right? That there was day for you and thing too again, right? So let's do that because again, they don't want to be in a home. They really want to be around the family and thing, right? The family taking care of them. They know you. They know your spirit and thing, right? A strange spirit, a strange person coming to them, a strange spirit coming to them. They're not familiar with that and thing, right? So again, all these things again, the most I saying to these people and honor thy mother and thy father and all these things again, right? And see now again, the most I bring it, all these commandments we have to do when that time come, right? Go ahead.
Come. But he say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me.
Right, and again, always look to do what the most I set up. And thing, right? Don't even think about going against the most I. And thing, right? Everything how I do, that's how you see in the scripture, is high reward. And thing, right? We're doing in the light, we're doing like in behind hidden doors. Some people, they do things again that they have to do it in front of people. All well. And some people are now able to do things again without any showcase and thing about what they're doing. And thing, right? Everything will be rewarded and thing, right? For your way to do. And again, that's how you say, and if you don't do these things, where's up with you and the Most High? What mercy you have on you? What compassion you have on you? What punishment he bring, and thing, right? So always get yourself in line with the Most High, right? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 6. And honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus ye have made the commandment of God of none effect by your traditions.
And again, going against the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments, and again, you elect them to do it, and now you establish yourself doing everything where the world set up and thing, right? Traditions are men and thing, right? Again, and a lot of these traditions are men. Again, is like all these holidays we have in Mother's Day holidays, Father Day holidays, children holidays, HIV day awareness, all these different things we will have set up again. We know these things straightforward and thing, right? All the customs and them thing, right? But the most like customs, we don't know them. We don't know we culture. We don't know we heritage and thing like that. See that's how you reading thing thing make everything non-effect and thing, right? The thing we should be straightforward to we not knowing them at all, and we just continue again. It just be like that's how the most I say lost sheeps and thing, right? We don't know who we is other people and thing, right? We don't know the most I Lord starting the commandment. We don't know we king. And we thinking that Christ is a white man, and that's how they say white supremacy. Even this as traditions and men, they we worshiping something we're not supposed to be worshiping and all too, right? In the Christian church, right? All the philosophies, the person the pain as Christ, right? All these things again, all the traditions are men and thing, right? We had to come out from it, right? Well,
Okay. Ye hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying, this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
And when you watch here in verse 7 and thing, right, in the Christian church again, how they put Christ as this, like, this soft person and thing, right? When Christ really talking here now, he's saying, like, hey, you hypocrites and thing, right? Well, did Elias prophesied of you sin and thing, right? Like, hey, when they tell like Christ, he talking like the song that many waters. That hypocrite you're thinking in mind that's seeing it in the verse saying he ain't Christ ain't talking, so like he vexed. Right now, like, yeah, our person was happy, but hey, you hypocrites, and them two and all two again. So though like the Christian church going like put your Christ spirit how he talking here. This Christ displeased about with these scribes and these Pharisees doing like against the Christian leaders, soft spoken, tell like in many waters. This is how he talking here. He vexed about what these people doing and things like that. And then after like we see in your verse 8, this people drew near unto me with their mouth and honored me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. And where you see like where you see today Eddie Long, Pastor Coffee, TD Jakes and them, right? The talking and thing, right? All these nice sermons and thing, but they love the Most High. Nah, they didn't love the Most High. They love Christ. They didn't love Christ and thing, right? They love the congregation. They love the oppressor and thing, right? They're not about the Most High. They even reach as far, even the worst than the scribes and the Pharisees today, that it's still the scribes and Pharisees as and the scripture saying they're still like they're telling you about the law, but they ain't following the law. They ain't right today, right now, these pastors them ain't telling nothing about the law and think in following the law and that's doing what they want. That's lawlessness in the Christian church, or the Christian church and thing like that. And this is what it is. The more worse than the scribes and the Pharisees and thing today itself, because they ain't teaching about the law, because they're telling the laws done away with and thing, right? And seeing the spirit within today. And that's why they are speaking now have to do a lot of work and thing, right? With the Christian church destroying black people, making black people lawless and unrighteous, right? Well,
Verse 9. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
right, and the same thing will happen here. The teaching in vain the commandments of men, and then right, telling that a woman could preach. Men lose the say in societies and then right. So now when you tell a woman, hey, you can't preach, there's some worldly doctrine to back up the reason why, and that is not so at the Most High. But when you go in the scriptures, it's the scriptures saying in Timothy, suffer not a woman to teach. And now we have having women teaching the Bible, which is this disobedient women. And then you have your own doctrines are men, your own philosophies are men, and thing, right? And making things feel like, hey, this okay with the Most High, and thing, and that is not so, and thing, right? They're going to run through all these verses in the Bible, and never had no woman prophet, and all right. So again, now in society, now it have it, and thing, right, and the rest of everything goes, and thing, right. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And he called the multitude and said unto them, hear and understand. Verse 11. Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth a man.
Right, and this is the number one. This is one of the number one verses that they love to use in the Christian church to say that you could eat anything, and thing, right? And this is what the Most High was not talking about, that you could eat anything and thing, right? And this is what I love to pull and say, hey, I want to go and read through the whole top of this from Matthew 15. Right through was a conversation talking and thing, right, with Christ and the scribes and the Pharisees and thing, right? But Christ was displeased at the things they're saying. And when you go and hear the verses and thing, they say now they're teaching the doctrines of men and thing, right, and not teaching the commandments of the Most High and thing, right? They're doing their own thing. And this is what was being said, that there was doing the own thing, not teaching the commandments of the Most High and thing, right? When they themselves could have, well, right, you're teaching the commandments of the Most High, and still now you're making the people clean itself, right? And thing, right? This none of this taking place. They're making their own philosophies and thing, right? Not the doctrines with the Most High set up and thing, right? And but in vain they do worship me, teaching the doctrines of the commandments of men and thing, right? And he said, the multitude said unto them, hear and understand. Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth a man. And thing, right? So again, this now they'll give you all your privilege now to see that, hey, yeah, I could eat pork and thing, right? Pork is an unclean animal. I could eat goat and thing, which is a clean animal. So again, shark, unclean, right? Now we have like you say, salmon, a clean thing. So what it basically saying, as long as you eat thing, die nothing is what come out. Come out the file at the man and thing, and this is where they take and thing, right? They say that they could eat anything, and not what the Musa was saying again, that these are things again one time, the lies with the Christian church, there's push and thing, right? That hey, a man can marry a man, commandments of man again. A man can marry a man, you can eat anything, we can marry anybody, right? You you was born a male, you're born a male, but you're a female and thing, right? Homosexuality and thing, right? Christmas and thing. All these things again, doctrines of men. Thing, Christmas. When they again, Mosiah knows nothing about Christmas. Christ knows nothing about Christmas. Jeremiah, all these prophets and them, they knows nothing about this. And this is what the filing black people again, that we know nothing about these things, but yet we keeping these things, making these things a priority than the Mosiah Passover. They came out of Hanukkah. We have the Feast of Purim. These are things we should be knowing and thing, right? But now we know everything. A lot of people that's now going to be coming again to celebrate Carnival and thing, right? And if we know anything about Carnival, we're going to know again that when the Mosiah say a woman should be in modest apparel and thing, right? When you go and watch today, you're going to see a lot of women getting themselves ready to go in gym. Right now, these gyms and them full of women exercising to make sure the body tune up so they could put on the two-piece on them, right? And again, all these doctrines are men, not that hey, these things should be like be talking in the Christian church and thing, right? And it's not there. And even when you go and watch the Christian church today, the Catholic, Roman Catholic, they set Carnival, right? And Ash Wednesday right after. The Roman Catholic give you what day Carnival is, because it come from them and thing, right? When you go and watch again, this is what happening here again, right? The Mosiah again, commandments been and put aside. A woman should be in modest apparel, not come with brothers and we sisters on them naked as a born and thing, right? Men in shorts, women in the two-piece and thing too. Same thing as men tuning up the body like just for this time coming here and all too, and right after again Valentine's Day again coming up and all too again, right? Things again Mosiah mad at will be mad at us for celebrating. And all these things again were the scriptures talking about doctrines of men, the philosophies, the lies. I think coming out from these Christian leaders again, and not waking up black people and telling them, hey, these things is really detrimental for black people. And thing, right? I should really be keeping the Most High law, statutes, and commandments will keep we alive, having that lovely spirit. And thing, right? And that's why I say lovely spirit again, the love of the Most High. I love the Most High by keeping the commandments and all too, right? So I go and watch these things again, it off, right? Go ahead.
Verse 12. Then came his disciples and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard this saying? Verse 13. But he answered and said, Every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be uprooted, shall be rooted up.
And this is the Most High. He not playing. So the Most High don't know you, and also again, it's same thing again. He know you, yeah. He go deal with you. He know you. He go deal with you too for not knowing me laws, statutes, and commandments. Yeah, you teach people to break the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments, and then expect punishment. Expect punishment coming for you, and also again. And the Christian church again will make you feel like God is all loving and thing, right? And Christ is all loving because of the image and because again how they have people in the Christian church soft. They make the Most High a joke and all too. And they'll say no fear for the Most High that again they could do these things again, right? And that's like they're saying in the Christian church again, they do the doctrines of men. They come, you wine naked for Carnival, Monday and Tuesday, and thing, right? You celebrate Valentine's Day and no Valentine's Day. Everybody know Valentine's Day. The oldest straight about it is with two men and thing, and you're still celebrating Valentine's Day. And all to your Christian pastors and telling you, hey, nah, this or you need to stop this. And think we was wrong. We lied to you. We was we was about we pocket. They're still in coming out and seeing it and think more truth coming out and they're still not coming out and saying it and that hey, you know what? Let me repent. Let me turn to the people who really talking the truth and all too and say, well, you know what? We was greedy and thing, right? We was dumb and thing, right? We leading all astray and thing, right? It have people on the streets right now talking to you. They're not turning away to them and say, well, hey, let me go and listen to them. And thing, right? They had the truth and thing, right? They're going to watch you're doing every doctrine, every philosophy, you're doing every commandment of men you're doing out there. And again, this is the Most I see here. Thing, yeah, you'll get the root up. And all too for not knowing the Most High law, statutes, and commandment. Priests, prophets, the congregation in all these Christian church and all too again, right? And thing, right? You have to know the Most High law, statutes, and commandment. You have to know your king. And thing, right? That's why the scripture say is here and his skin was like white like wool. His skin is like a burnt in brass. You have to know who your king is. Don't let nobody tell you that, hey, Christ's skin color, it don't matter. Doctrines are men again, and thing, right? Christ letting everybody know, that's like in a book they tell you 6 times 6 is 36. Christ letting you know in the Bible that, hey, he's black. Now they tell you that, hey, doctrines are men, hey, it don't matter what color Christ is, but he's letting you know in the Bible. So Christ want everybody to know that he is a black man. Doctrines are men again, it don't matter. And thing like that. And this is what Matthew 15 again, letting you know again that you're following doctrines of men and not the commandments of the Most High again, and you're putting yourself in problems and thing, right? You don't want to make yourself on how to say it, like in a like stressful thing, like you have to drop things that didn't make sense and really come to the Most High Lord. The Christian church have you comfortable in that, in fact. And with the Most High now will get you uncomfortable now that something new. You have to do something strange and thing like which is keeping the Most High Lord's statute commandments, knowing the Most High commandments. And thing like get out of that comfortable zone you're in, right? Well,
Verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
and that's where it is on our two again, right? So again, the ISUPK out on the street corners and thing, right? We on YouTube, we on Facebook, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every day we out on the internet and thing, right? Teaching and thing, right? We on the street corners, we in different countries and thing, right? In not anyway you turn about the ICPK day and thing, right? Letting hey, stop following these blind pastors on them, right? These blind preachers on them, these liars on them. And I know tuning into the people and them who really teaching you Lord statutes and commands who really care about you and what to again. Because that's the most I see in it. This is one part I think going back and read the blind leading the blind leading the blind. They go just pull this here again, right? And even they won't go up again, even Matthew 15 where it starts itself, right? But just this verse alone, they're just pulling that, hey, what goes out into a man mouth don't defile a man, but what comes out and give you that they say that you can eat anything else. And when they go and read above this, you go up, they go down, they're going to see everything where it was talking about them. And all to again. They say that's go straight for that's showing you again your pastors on them, the blind leading the blind. And again, right? And this is the most I seen again in the, people in your Muslim mosque, your Christian church, Egyptology, the blind leading the blind. Yeah, again, right? Musa is sending peace and prophets for you to get right. You know, right? Good.
Then answered Peter and said unto him, declare unto us this parable. And Jesus said, are ye also yet without understanding? Verse 17. Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever entered in at the mouth goeth into the belly and is cast out into the draught?
Right, and that is just true saying thing that is a everyday scene and thing, right? You eat something, right? You start off with your mouth, you chew it up, you drink it, something, right? You go down in your belly, you start to digest, something, right? And after that, you defecate, something, right? And it just come back out, something, right? And that is a everyday scene and thing here. And also again that when it coming back again, they do their own thing, they create their own philosophies and thing, right? And even self that again now when you're reading these things now and you just go up, you go down, or you hear it now, and you go back to your pastor wants to tell you now, hey, it is still him a service, or you tell you, hey, I feel it's best you don't come back again, because now if you really come to this now and you hear this now, you're not going to realize, hey, you go disturb the rest of the congregation, like, hey, you go wake up and you go wake up this, but nevertheless again, they come back. That's what the most I see in the blind leading the blind, and all too again, right? That just love yourself to not come to the Most High, and let's love the doctrines and the philosophies of men. You love your pastor and thing, right? Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 18. But those things which proceeded out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man.
Right, and again, come straight out from the heart. These things come straight from your mouth, straight out your heart, and your heart is your mind and thing, right? And when you go and watch everything with the Musa is set up and thing, right? The Most High, you know, do not follow your mind. Your heart is your mind. And then, right? Do not follow your mind because your mind is, the same scripture, extremely wicked. And also again, right? You see it from the early part of Genesis and thing that, you know, with Adam. And also again, the Most High choose a woman from Adam from his race. If you leave it for black men and thing, without this law, they continue just being with every other nation excepting the black woman. The black woman, they're leaving out the Hispanic woman, they're leaving out the Native Indian woman, they're leaving out the black sisters, and them right and will go on the Chinese, the East Indians, the Arabs, the Africans, and them right. We'll miss out the Caucasians and them right. They'll go on every other nation and them right, and leave out these things again, right? That's what the Most High. That's what the Most High must set up. Your mind is extremely wicked. And go and watch the day again when we come same as we are the same thing with meat, and also again the Most High list these animals and them for we to eat and thing right. And what happened today? They ain't eat anything with the Most High set up. The mind telling nah. This tastes better than chicken. This tastes better than goat. This tastes better than beef. This tastes better than lamb. I know you're eating. You're running down maniku. You're running down gona. You're running down guti. You're running down lap. And thing, right? What again? The list just keep on just going and going. And thing, right? Capybara. And thing, right? You're running down rabbit. Anything you think about pelican and thing, right? All these things again, the list keep on going on and on, right? You know, doctrines, the holidays and them. You don't want to hear about the Most High Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, you want the Christmas, you want the Valentine's Day, you want Thanksgiving, you want Black Friday, and thing like you want Boxing Day. What if you want your thing and why you can look the next day to exchange and all these things again, you want the all these things again was set up in the world. And even when you go with Christ and all too again, Christ like, you know, hey, let me die because I don't want no part of this world and all too again, right? You want no part of this world. And I know we should have in that same spirit for Christ and thing, right? And having the mindset to be in Christ's world when he comes. Because Christ said we want no part of this world itself here right now, right? And we should be preparing ourselves for Christ's world when he comes. And all too, right? So again, when you go and watch these things again, this week Christian church itself having we breaking the Most High law, starting commandments, and just following doctrines of men, philosophies of men, and thing, right? Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 19. For out of the heart proceeded evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man.
Right, and when you go to service, saying again, your heart is your mind, right? And what you see now again that you say out of your heart proceeded evil thoughts, right? So again, if the Most High again then set up these things again, murderers and things like this is where you go against your brother. Your brother do you something again, you could have bring it to the again we are judges and them, right? But today's society again, this one now will be like, you know, you could launch a complaint and go to the police station and thing, right? Or you go to him first and thing, right? So some people don't know what the actual thing to do. And thing right that hey, your brother do something wrong, you go to him and tell him. And thing right, the laws for these things in Matthew 18. And thing right, you go to him and you tell him, hey, I didn't like what you do. And thing right, you go to him. But again, what you do? Black man always faster on a lively brother. And thing right, very fast. And you know what happened there? Mind tell him to do that. And thing right, no control. And thing right. But if you had the Most High law, statutes, and commandments here, I had that control to know, hey, this is what it is here. I had this, the teach medicine school. I hear this over and over. Yeah, brother, if brother trespass, go to him. But this what happened here. Your mind is extremely wicked and thing like that. Just showing you out of the mind. These things with these we're getting out of these people here. These are the wicked people coming out of your mind. And thing like that. The first one is murderers. And thing like that. You're unaliving your brother. Right? Adulteries. Adulteries again, no excuse when coming to men again that you have more than one woman again, right? That comparing the Christian church will make you sin against the Most High. And even when the Christian church, when you marry the Christian church, you could unmarry somebody else, unmarry somebody else. Doctrines are men again. When the Most High say, hey, the only time a woman can end up being with her next man if she husband pass away, right? Or itself like she husband now leave she turn a homosexual itself, right? He going into a different marriage itself and all to again, right? So again, these things all maybe make a woman end up being with somebody else and they might will be counsel. So one will be like counsel and getting counsel from the priest for she husband maybe being a homosexual and they might married and then after he turned a homosexual, he want to come out from that part and they right. Now they might get older and say, well, hey, you got your husband and your next way is that hey, the woman, she husband passed away. But nevertheless, to the men and them, there is no excuse for the men again going against his brother and going with his brother wife. Because again, there's no law saying that a man had to have more than could only have one woman. Right through the scriptures, they're going to see from the beginning, even with Christ and also again in the New Testament, where Christ make the parable with the 10 maids and with the 10 maids again in the Matthew 25 or something. That 5 was good and 5 was good and 5 was bad. And also again, so even with Christ showing you again that a man could have more than one woman. King Solomon, that many, right? Deuteronomy, then you know again, so, if one don't let the remnants of the first one go away. If you want to have a next woman, whoever you are with the first one, that should never depart. So again, there's no excuse. And also again, doing these things again because your mind wicked itself. That's what the Most High is saying, right? I go through all these things again. So again, because we're in the Christian church, to be able to break the Most High laws very, very easy and also very comfortable. No remorse in breaking the Most High laws, right? Fornicators, theft, false witness, blasphemy, and then like going against the what the Most High have set up and all too, right? Go ahead to verse 20.
Verse 20. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man.
Right, and this is the Most High, Christ that's declared here, and right. So again, that don't defile a man. Breaking the Most High law starts and come and defile a man. Telling a man, hey, let go and smoke marijuana. Let me go in the whole club in the whole house and them and then like, we have a ball and then right. But forget about the ISPK, them in cult and thing. There's all these things again the going against the Most High priests and prophets and them. They're out there to lead you in the right way. Again, they'll tell everybody them mad. And then after now that's where they come back in the scripture, the blind leading the blind and thing, right? And that's what you're saying again, right? Them things do the file on washing your hand, do not defile it. Again, the Most High, you know, these are the things that defile it. Telling people to break the Most High laws, statutes, the commandments, and continue doing it. That will defile a man. and also again, right? So this is one of the verses again they'll go to in Matthew 15 and use this to say that you could eat anything, right? And that was not what I was talking about. And also again, right? And when you go in the scriptures, you cannot eat any and anything. Anything the Most High set up, it still it still have things again you have to keep and all too, right? And not no that's a free thing you just doing what you want. Most I want it to be straightforward. And then right, you want it to be righteous. And then right, you want it to have integrity. And then right, you want it to die with integrity and all too. You want it to die with all wickedness. And then you'll be a righteous person going down. Just as Christ and just as a lot of we brothers in the scriptures and all too again, right? You see this they see it with the woman when she 7 sons and also again, right? Them die with integrity. Again, not breaking the laws, commandments, not eating that pork, not eating that pig, and all too, right? Them die with integrity. You see with that next priest, they try to trick the priest eating a lawful meat in front of the congregation, and they say it was a lawful meat, and that time it was an unlawful meat. They tell him, well, yeah, okay, well, you go eat it lawful, but we go say it's pork. You're eating, and again, he said, nah. And my old age, nah, you ain't going to make me people feel like, hey, I done already with the Most High in my old age. He are not going down with integrity and all to serve the Most High and things like that. This is how we should do it and all to and do it from now. Again, that we trend should be born into keeping the Most High law, statutes, and commandments and dying. And the ISUPK is doing that right now. Making sure born into the Most High law, statutes, and commandments and finishing it off again with the Most High law, statutes, and commandments again, right? And again, this is for the Christian church and all too. I come out from the Christian church again, right? All these verses there to tell you, come out from the Christian church, Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 1. It's telling you, come out from her. And all too again, come out from the Christian church, warning you. And all too again, right? They want to be backslided, right? So we'll go to our next one. We'll go to our next one. I love to pull to say that they could eat anything. And again, that is not so again. Right? So give me Acts chapter 10 and verse 1.
There was a certain man, Syria, or Cornelius, centurion of the band or the Italian band.
All right, so there was a certain man of Caesarea called Cornelius, a centurion. So this is a man in charge of 100, right? And again, this is just the like when I say centurion compared to, remember this was something they say that any Christian a Christian say a centurion is a race of person, a race of people, and not knowing again this was just somebody in charge of 100 person and thing, right? Thing, right? 100 soldiers, right? And this is what happened here when I go and see the root word from the century, and a century is 100, right? Go ahead.
Verse 2. A devout man and one that feared the Most High, all his house, and gave him much alms, and gave much alms to the people, and prayed to the Most High always.
So again, this again with the he know about himself and thing, right? He about the people and thing, he about the Most High and thing, right? I know a man again he well known in the or you can say well known in the community and thing, right? He respected, right? Go ahead.
Verse 3. Saw in a vision evidently about the ninth hour of the day, an angel of the Most High coming in to him and saying unto him, Cornelius. And when he looked on him, he was afraid, said, "What is Lord?" And said to him, "Thy praise, thy arms are bound for glory for the Most High."
Right, and also get in mind also again when we see angels and you know, due to the Christian church again, that next thing again, our next philosophy again, our next commandments, I mean, they always push that angels is something very nice to watch upon, right? And when I go in the scriptures, every time somebody see an angel, it's always a fearful thing for them to see. And when they do speak, they always, you know, they always speak of fright and all to again, right? And who send any Most High? Who send the angels? The Most High. So again, they let you know again. So the people have a fear for the angels, and they're not something like, you know, pleasing in the eyes again, right? And that's because who send the things. So this again now, so having that spirit of the Most High to really fear him. And again, right, because the messenger is very not so nice to watch. Right, go ahead.
And Lord, send the men to Joppa, and all for one sign. Concerning is Peter, lodged with one Simon in town, whose house is by Caesar. Shall tell you what thou ought to do.
Right, and this is just the thing. So again, now the Most High sending them to to Peter, right, and telling him, well, hey, when you see this person, he go tell you what to do. Go ahead.
When the angel would speak of Cornelius was departed, he called two out of his household servants, and he involved soldier of them and waited on him continually. And when he had declared all these things unto them, sent them to Joppa. On the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew near unto the city, Peter went up upon the house to pray about the sixth hour. When he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they made ready, fell into the trap.
Right. So when you go back up now, so this was Cornelius now. Remember now when you go in this the verse high up at Cornelius get a vision about the ninth hour, right? And thing, right? So take in mind again that people again that this is not no straightforward thing as the scriptures saying that, you know, they say Peter could eat Peter could just eat anything unclean and thing, right? And now again, same vision now coming to Peter now again, right? So Peter now in the 6th hour, so one the 9th hour, the 6th hour now Peter, Cornelius 9, Peter the 6th hour, right? Go ahead.
Verse 11. And saw heaven open, and his silken vesture descended on him, as in a great shipment, and the four quarters, and let down to the earth, wherein were all manner of forty beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creeping things, and fowls of the air.
Right. And so then I know that when he goes now, then I know that hey, Peter hungry and right. And that was so when I go in the booth now, then I know that hey, so same time now he hungry and thing, right? So now it's like no your hungriness against the Most High and thing, right? Now you start to see things again you're not supposed to be eating and thing, right? So like that one thing how people like to say, hey, say pork is the last thing on the face of the earth. And think what you gonna do? And think, right? Do eat it and just die and all two again, right? Because that should be doing and all two again, right? Just as the brothers and them, the woman who had the seven sons, they die for not eating pork and all two again, right? To go through some gruesome death and all two again, painful death, right? And the same thing happen, you know. So I love to say, hey, so if that the last thing on the face of the earth, the Most High nobody never reached to that. They say that the last thing on the face of the earth. What story you ever hear that you was the last person on the face side, they had to eat pork. So again, these are the doctrines are meant, the philosophies are meant, the world talk amen, and also again, right? And now you're gonna see now here now Paul Peter seeing all this hungriness here now and thing, right? And with all that and thing, you're hearing all these different unclean animals. Go ahead.
But whether all manner of beasts of fields and wild beasts and creeping things and fowls of the air, and he came was to him, rise, Peter, kill and eat.
Right. And tell him, well, hey, all this thing here, rise, kill and eat and thing, right? All these creeping things, snake, all these fowls, eagle and thing, right? All these unclean wild beasts and them thing, right? All these things, yeah, kill and eat. You're hungry, kill and eat and thing, right? Go ahead to verse 14.
But Peter said, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean.
And again, this is a response and also again, right? But Peter said, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. And thing, right? So let you know again. One time let you know it have, so for you to say unclean, I mean it have clean animals. And also again, right? And also now we say common, right? So now your common your common animals again will have common animals, which is clean animals also, right? And unclean animals, but it's animals like more or less you go see every day around you and thing, right? So your common animals, clean and unclean might be, say a goat will be a clean animal. You go see a goat every day, right? Chicken will be um a clean animal, right? A clean bird to eat, right? You go see that every day and thing too again, right? Then you go to pig. You go see pig and thing, right? They are common animals. It's cat. You go see cat. You go see dog. And all too again, you go see dog. Dog is common animals. They're right in your face and all too again, right? So this is Paul saying, this is what Peter saying, that hey, even them common animals, the unclean and all thing in not eaten and all too again, right? So you know one time, common and unclean and not eaten. I ain't eaten that, and then I have never eaten that. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 15. And the voice spake unto him again the second time. What all had cleansed, that all not all common. This was done thrice, and the vessel received up again into heaven.
Right, and the voice spake unto him in the second time, and what God had cleansed, thou call not common. Right. And this is something again now we as priests and prophets of the Most High, and even people who in the truth, and also again that we shouldn't be calling we brothers and them unclean and thing, right? Because again now we're in the truth, and this was happening with Peter and them, that again the outcast Israel again, right? People who wasn't in Jerusalem, right? Brothers and them who was outside of Jerusalem and thing, right? Not keeping the Most High law, certain commandments, more or less like the Gentiles and them, right? He watch them, and he have a disliking for them, because again they do have no priests and prophets, the unclean, the getting on like the heathens and them and thing, right? And this is what's going on, and Peter didn't want Peter mindset to them, hey, I like keeping the Most High laws, starting commandments. The people wrong your thing, why are they not there? And thing, and this is mindset we have, that to have this in your brother, that spirit to have your brother unclean and thing to, right? Go ahead.
Verse 17. Now, while Peter doubted in himself what this vision which he had seen should mean, behold, the men which were sent from Cornelius had made inquiry of Simon's house, and stood before the gate, and called and asked whether Simon, which was surnamed Peter, would lodge there. While Peter taught on the vision, the Spirit said to him, behold, 3 men seek thee. Arise therefore, and get thee down, and go with them, doubting nothing. I send them. Then Peter went down to the men which was sent unto him from Cornelius, and said, behold, I am he whom ye seek. What is the cause wherefore ye are come?
Right, and remember now again, the Most High talked to Cornelius, the angel talked to Cornelius and tell them, hey, go and meet Peter and thing, right? And now this is now Peter now realizing the vision, now the vision was now coming into play about and thing, right? And now we meet up with the 3 soldiers who Cornelius sent and thing to again, right? And now like Cornelius now meet them and thing, right? And the same thing now again, right? So like it wasn't like something like it don't know these people and all to again, right? But at the same time now he understand that he's a prophet of the he's a prophet of the Most High. And you know, like one time, hey, what we say, wherefore you are come? What is the cause wherefore you are come? And then I like, hey, well, we come for you now to come and teach we the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments, and all to again, right? And like, you know, Peter had to get up and go, and all to. All he did not want to, because again, this is now like, you know, he get the laws, he teaching he get the laws, yeah, that's like Christ teach him, and all to again, and you know, Christ tell you to go forth again and teach your brothers and them on the highways, the byways, and them thing, right? And the same thing now again that, you know, even outside, even with Christ and all tell you that the scribes and Pharisees say, hey, he didn't come from this nation alone, right? But he come for the nation abroad, and all to meaning all the Hispanics, the native Indians and them, right? Not Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and all to again, right? He come for yesterday people who was with the kingdom split. So the scribes and Pharisees know this and all to again, and now Peter now again are wrong with Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Now again, now they disperse. Again, now he had to go and deal with them and think to right. And hey, why you to come with me? And thing right, and yeah. And thing like, go ahead.
Verse 22. And they said, Cornelius, the centurion, a just man, one that feared the Most High, and of a good report among all the nation of the Jews, was warned from the Most High by an holy angel who sent for him into his house and to hear words of me. Then all he them in and lodged them, and on the morrow Peter went away with them, and certain brethren from Joppa accompanied him. And the morrow, after they entered into Caesarea, and Cornelius waited on them, and had called together his kinsmen and near friends. And as Peter.
All right, hold on. So now again, now the Cornelius soldiers they get Peter and thing, right? So Peter now understand now, hey, what he had to do and thing, right? All the vision was coming into play with, right? And now this is what happening here now, right? So now Cornelius now this is the praises the priests and the prophets and them don't get, and also again, right? So now it's like this Cornelius now, like, you know, he going to call all the friends, all the kindreds and them, everybody, family again, because now, hey, you know we are here now, more than ever, you are the Most High priest and he had the Most High priest and prophet and thing with him, right? The first line of defense are you best being a righteous brother on the face of the earth and thing is the Most High priest and prophet. Nobody else, no prime minister, no president, no CEO, no company and thing. Right? This should be glad to have a Most High prophet right at your door and thing like somebody will get you in line with the Most High and thing like the Most High love you and you love the Most High and thing like I know he welcoming Peter and thing right. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And Peter took him up, saying, stand up.
Slack go to verse 25.
Verse 25. As Peter was coming in, Cornelius met him and fell down at his feet and worshipped him. But Peter took him up, saying, stand up. I myself also am a man.
Peter answered Cornelius again was glad to hear that Peter coming again, right? And you know that all the thing towards we are one of the Most High priests and prophets now coming to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments and things like get black people right. There's they had no priest and they had no priest, and you know he happy and all too again, and even that all that happiness and all too, you know, like hey, use the Most High priest and prophet, he glad he going down on his knees, and you know Peter, hey, Mr. Man, hey, get up, what you doing? And things like that, man, just like me and you. I know different and thing, you know, my difference is I had the laws, statutes, and commandments, which you go had just now arguing about to teach you the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments, right? When
Verse 27. And as he talked with him, he went in and found many that would come together. And he said unto them, ye know all that it is lawful thing for a man that is a Jew keep company, come unto one of another nation. But the Most High showed me that I should not call any man common or clean.
right, and again it's like the discrimination we will have this like a discrimination to towards the other nation again, because we know what the other nations is in the scriptures is the enemies and thing, right? And now Peter now had to change the mindset again to the outcasts of the Israelites and them who was not there and thing like that. Hey, don't have that in your mind to be calling your brothers and them unclean and thing, right? Don't call your Israelite brothers and them who not following laws, call them unclean and thing like that. Is not so with the Most High letting the Peter know, and the same thing again now that if this in the scripture is the same thing mindset now we go have that hey, your brothers and them who not following laws, statutes, and commandments, don't call them that, because at the same time to the same way you was just so to the same way and thing, right? And you know, yeah, use the priests and prophets, you teach them to be righteous, strong brothers and sisters and thing like that. And when you go about thing, yeah, that wasn't any scriptures that show that hey, Peter again eat and thing, right? Eat where you want and all too. So when you go in the scripture, Peter learned, you know, one time. But this is what they do again in the Christian church. So because of their own likeness and all too, they take what they want and just feed the people again. And that's what the scripture says, the blind leading the blind. And all too again that and in the wrong place for years and still in the wrong place, and it won't come out. And again, the Most High still sending priests and prophets again to teach about the Most High laws, statutes and commandments again, right? And it's still not coming out of the Most High laws, statutes and commandments and thing, right? Yeah, still want to stay in the Christian church keeping them commandments and them. It don't want to know about the Most High commandments, right? So again, you, when coming to the Most High law, statutes, commandments, again, it have things you could eat, it have things you cannot eat, right? And even with certain animals and all too, again, what is lawful, you still have certain things you still have to follow and thing, right? So that's like, let's run through again some of these animals and then what we could eat, even run through some of these verses just to show that it have clean animals and unclean animals, right? Come on Genesis chapter 7 and verse 1 and verse 1 and 2.
Genesis chapter 7 and verse 1. The Most High said to the Lord, come down and all thy course into the earth. For thee have I sent righteous before me in this generation. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee thy servants, the male and his female, and of beasts that are not clean by two, the male and his female.
Right, so when you go in the scriptures there again now, Genesis, this one again when the Most High is going to destroy the earth by water, and before he do that and all too again, this week he went and talked to Noah, a righteous brother in the eyes of the Most High and his family and all too again, right? I know again again now that there could be like instead of come like a little farming going and take place here and the Most High preparing them for what to come and thing, right? Because destruction coming here and thing, right? And when you go and watch here now, this is the Most High and Noah do here right now and all too again, right? So when people saying that you could eat anything, right? You cannot eat anything and thing, right? So even from Genesis, the beginning of Genesis, even with Noah, he lists something here very important. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by 7, right? The male and his female. So a goat will be a clean animal, right? By 7, male and his female. So 7 female, 7 male, and thing, right? A cow will be an next clean animal, 7 male, 7 females, and thing, right? Chicken, 7 males, 7 females, and thing, right? And this is for the clean animals, right? And when you go on to the of the unclean animals, right? And of the beasts that are not clean by 2, the male and his female. So a lion will be an unclean animal. So 2 males, 2 male lion, 2 female lion. Iguana, again, 2 male, 2 female. And then, right, so the animals was going in the ark, which were clean. There were 14 of them by the different animal, right? Male and his female, right? And by the unclean animal, and then the same thing was by 4. So that would be 2 by 2, 2 males, 2 females, and thing, right? And they are unclean animals, right? In the scriptures and thing, right? So nobody say that hey, you could just put anything in your mouth and eat and all too again, right? No, there's that is not so according to the Bible, and not and again to the Most High and thing, right? Most High wants you to be clean. Most High wants you to be protected and all too again. Most High want you to have a good health and all too again, right? And you're running in the hospital, you're crying for pain. And then asking yourself, why this have to happen to you? When the Most High gave the priests and the prophets and them, and you still don't want to hear them. And thing, right? Because the priests and prophets telling you that right now, and turn around and say, hey, why you in cult? And thing, right? You can eat what you want. And thing, right? That will defile you. It's what comes out your mouth. And thing, right? And the Most High gave you the whole truth. He gave you the whole word, and you still don't want to hear, right? And all these things again was taking place and thing, right? Because why? People was eating unclean animals and still is today, right? Give me Deuteronomy 14 and verse 21.
of Deuteronomy chapter 14. And verse 21. Ye shall not eat of anything that dieth. Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates.
Right, and this was again, if you see it here, and again in the scriptures, that mean it was happening. One thing, right? And the Mosai do not want this. All this is like hidden customs again. So that's why even when you go in Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1, the Mosai say, follow not the way of the heathens. And again, you could be a heathen eating food and then right hidden customs and again, right? It could be a very hidden person eating food. And also again, right? Hidden food, hidden behavior eating, and also again, right? And this is all these customs here again on eating eating unclean animals again. All that is hidden customs, not just thinking that somebody ungodly and all too. Yes, eating on thing is being a heathen itself, and also again this is all with the heathens and them. There's not the nation of Israel. So again, we have these laws and them, and these laws should be followed. And also again, right? So you shall not eat anything that die of itself. Thou shalt give it unto a stranger. And I mean again, and if you feel Musa again with all these other nations and them, but this is the trend that Israel talking about. But here it says, if it die, give it unto a stranger. And again, the stranger again, there's the other nations and them he talking about. And what again, I give it unto a stranger. The black man, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, yeah, you know, you grew up you mine an animal and thing, right? You know, you mine an animal for you to know to eat it and think about somehow or the other it die and also again. Musa is saying do eat the animal again because why? Because doing this and also again, right? So give it away and also give it to a stranger, not your brother, not your sister, not an Israelite, right? Go ahead.
For thou mayest sell it unto an alien, for thou art an holy people unto the Most High God.
And and again, when you go and watch again, so listen, look the disrespect, and if you feel emotion again, it's all love again, and thing, right? So this is our next one coming here right now in the same place. So one, say give it on to a stranger, then after you say, well, sell it to alien, and also again, right? And you see, understanding this again, right? The alien again is not your Israelite brother and not your Israelite sister, and also again, right? This is again with the most I always class these other nations again with enemies. You see the derogative words and them you class them and also again, right? Say stranger, free senator, alien. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not be slaughtered.
Oh. You could have be back from for thou art an holy people.
Thou art a holy people unto the Most High thy God.
Right, and again, that's what the Most I say, separate. You just separate people from these other nations and them, right? The Most High again dealing with you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He wants you in order, and also again, right? Don't want you doing what these other nations and them doing, these heathens and them doing, eating like all these heathens and them need to be eaten. And also again, you wear different. You wear to be different. When you watch you say, hey, you're separate. Why don't do the things with these other nations and them let's be doing and also again, right? Animal die, you're eating it. And also again, right? Do why you're doing that. And also again, because all these is again laws again, right? The animal die, you bury it, whatever, or again give carry for them other animals again, what is eat dead animals and also again, right? There are a lot of these things again we don't know about and also again, right? What and then after in the last part, thou shalt not see a kid in his mother's milk, right? And this is something again, the most and also again that their greediness and also again, right? That animals again were being suckled by the mother and thing, right? So a goat being suckled by his mother and thing, young ones again, right? Most I saying, hey, do not kill that young goat and all and eat that and also again, right? This is all is as Lord, right? Greediness. You know that time coming when the animal pass that time, you could do that and also again. While the animal is still under getting milk on that animal, do not kill that animal and also it's under being suckled by the mother. And also again, you see a goat being suckled by the mother, do not kill that goat. Do not kill that cow. And also again, right? Chicken, the same way again, right? Do not kill that chicken. And also again, right? We have to follow all these laws the Most High have set up for we again, right? All this and all to even with all the lawful animals and all to still have things again we still have to follow and all to again, right? We is not to do what we want and all to, right? Give me Exodus chapter 12 and verse 8.
The book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire, and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it.
All right, and when you go and watch this again, just like tell some people again like they take meat and eat raw meat and all too again, right? And when you go and think this and all too, you season your meat and all too again, right? Say when you go and watch it, all these again now hidden customs again. We we want to eat raw meat like these other nations and them, right? And all these countries, and we making again. We making these nations and them again right now look good and thing, right? Because we Lord starting the commandments and we the ones not looking good right now because this was given to us and all, right? We go and watch everything with the Most High set up, we not following it and all too again, right? And now you see what happening here now. That's what it is. And all too again, right? Look how the Most High worried to eat and all too. Meat season up everything, and that'll say that yeah, we know we're doing it, but that's only the spirit that the Most High want we to have right through, and also again, right? You wash out your meat, all the blood. Like what it is do again with animals again, like pudding again, right? That they will take the blood and make pudding, and also again unlawful again, right? The Most High don't want to deal with no blood from no animal again, right? Because everything the life of the animals is in the blood, and also again the Most High don't want to deal with these things again too, right? So all these things again, no blood of the animals and them you're eating it neither, or making no pudding and eating it. So yeah, your meat and then season your meat, no raw meat, and also again season up your chicken nice, season up your goat nice, season up your beef nice, season up your fish with skill nice and thing, right? And eat it in the right manner. And also again, right? Just as you see in scriptures here, you're going to pass over your bitter herbs, your onion, your garlic, your thyme and them, right? And the rest of that you will season your meats and thing with your meats and your fish and all too again, right? No raw eating meats, right? So we go just so again we go just run through some more of the animals. So let me go to Leviticus 11. Leviticus 11 here. So again, it have clean animals, unclean animals again, right? And nevertheless, don't take with the Christian church will tell you that you could eat anything good. Go let it run in Matthew, let it run in Matthew 15, let it go in Acts 10 and tell you that hey, you could eat you can eat where you want, and thing like that do the file here, and thing right? No. And thing right, the most I give you certain things to follow, and you have to follow them, right? So when you go through the thing here, this is what it is with the compared to the dietary law, you see the animals itself and also again, so it are unclean, it have clean and unclean animals, right? So again, do just let the Christian church read something for you, and you just take that and accept that the blind lead and the blindness as the what the Moses is saying, right? So let's go to Leviticus 11 and let's run through some of these animals and them here before we close off, right? Yeah, go ahead.
The book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat, among all the beasts that are on the earth.
So these are the beasts again, right? So now saying these are the beasts you shall eat, right? Go ahead.
Whatsoever parted the hoof, and is cloven footed, and chewed the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat.
Right, so again, right, so when whatever passes the hoof and chew at the cord, right? So this now go be a goat on them, right? So when you go and watch the goat feet now, you go see like a split in the goat feet. And then right your cow and all to the same way, right? You will see it and all to the same thing too, right? This is really most I saying, and it must chew at the cord and all to right in the while you'll get your deer, you'll get your gazelle, you'll get your buffalo and all too again, right? Your bison, plenty more and thing, right? Any maybe all in the east and all too again, right? Just in Trinidad here and in the Caribbean again, it's just basic that is just your goat, your cow, your lamb, your deer and thing, right? These are well through at the cord and cloven footed, right? Go ahead.
Now, verse 3. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat, them that chew the cud, or of them that divided the hoof, as the camel, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean to you.
So again, there's not in Trinidad, there's not in the Caribbean, but again, might have some brothers might be down in the Middle East. If they're tuning in right now, this again now this getting the combination, the getting the combination here that it must have it must shred the cord and must be cloven footed. But again, some of these animals they have one side of the part here. When you're watching this, some of them will have the divided the hoof and they not having the chew at the cord, right? So you see with the camel, right? Go ahead.
And the coolie, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof.
So
He is
again,
unclean to you.
so the coney like could be like a rabbit and thing, right? So you see that chew the like finally a rabbit, them chew the cud, right? But divided not the hoof. See your rabbit, the rabbit foot different from the goat foot, right? Go ahead.
And the head, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is
So
unclean to you.
same like family and thing, right? Here, same thing, right? Go ahead.
And the swine, though he divided the hoof, and the cloven footed, yet he chewed not the cud.
So,
He is unclean to you.
so again, and people love this animal in the Caribbean here. They love it in Trinidad and thing, right? Bad. They love it in Guyana, Barbados. They love pork very much, and also, I guess it's something we're not supposed to be eating. And also, again, right? All this is hidden food, and also, right? And this is like, should have this big stigma about this something when we like you hear people, hey, you should be like, hey, wouldn't that, that's discrimination. We should have like that's discrimination one time. when we hear like people eating pork and things like people eating rabbit and also again, right? Of course, all this is like family are here and things, right? Well,
of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcasses shall ye not touch. They are clean to you.
and this is something, look how far we reaching, that we put in these things in we mouth, right? That this is the most I see again. So all these unclean animals, when they die, and also again, right, the carcass and thing, right, the body, most I learn, we know, do not touch it. And also again, right? So that's why we just taking your hands and touching these animals and them when they die. We're not supposed to be doing that. So when you pork, reach in your fridge and then refrigerate on them, and you put in that again into your mouth. It shouldn't reach into your mouth. Your hand shouldn't be touching pork. It shouldn't be touching manico. It shouldn't be touching goanna. All these unclean animals, your hand shouldn't be touching them when they die. And they're reaching far from now, not even touching it, like reaching from in your mouth. And that's what we were talking about earlier on in scriptures and things, right? Yeah, you just doing what you want and thing, right? Your mind is your heart is extremely wicked, and your heart is your mind, and it's extremely wicked. Again, without the Most High law, certain commandments, you're just a wicked and righteous man, and this is where the Most High again will get in order and thing, right? Making sure you obey Him, and making sure the Most High making sure you're strong and you're healthy. Going against the Most High, breaking the Most High laws, certain commandments with these animals and them, that's making yourself just weak and unhealthy, and also the Most High will to be strong. And also again, that the real science man itself. And also again, right, the stomachs are these things different again, right? Even your stomachs and also again, in these foreign animals, and also again, I always say foreign animals, yeah. Pork should be a foreign animal. You should know nothing about that. And thing, right? Your stomach should be accustomed to goat, chicken, turkey, fish with scales, and thing, right? Anything else that would be foreign. And this now you gain your body different attributes. It shouldn't be taken in and thing, right? Different chemicals and all these different things, right? Well,
Verse 9. These ye shall eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever are fins and scales in the water, in the seas, and in the rivers shall ye eat.
right, and again when you go in the waters and all too again, so earth on the hard, you have the animals. That's you say again, right? So you have your turkey, you can eat your chicken, your goat, your lamb, your deer, and thing, right? Your cows, your gazelle, and them, right? Thing that now you go in the waters, you say it must have fins and scales. It must have the two combination again and thing too, right? And if it have one, you cannot eat it neither. So if it has scales, I do have fins, you cannot eat it. It must have the two. And also again, right? So when you go and watch your catfish, you cannot eat catfish, you cannot eat shark, you cannot eat tuna, and these things again, right? But they have fins, but they do not have scales. And also again, right? So your salmon, your grouper, and also again, right? This is fish with fins and scales, right? No catfish, and thing, right? And same thing again. The people come at the world talk, the doctrines are men, and also again your philosophies. But you need not half of your life gone, and thing, right? There is these songs again they'll push down here in the Caribbean, half of your life gone. You know you're missing out. You know you're missing out on. That's why they want to entice you for you to eat these hidden foods on them and thing, right? So yeah, eating crab, eating shrimp, all these is hidden foods on them. This is not for blacks, Hispanics, and Native, and this is not for the nation of Israel and thing, right? So we're going what you sing fins and scales and thing, right? This is the most I want to be healthy black man, Hispanic and Native Indian man and thing, right? And again, it had as we go again, just continue with other brothers again might be able to run through some more of the thing, but that's the basic things again, right? So when the animal die, again the animal shouldn't be reaching in your fridge just as the Musa say again, right? These things again, you put on our gloves, you discard these animals and then the same way again, right? Don't even touch it. But now your bare hand touching pork, touching maniku, touching booty, touching iguana, and again from there now it going into your stomach, which again your body shouldn't be taking part in these animals and them, right? They are foreign animals, shouldn't be there and also again, right? So again, this is the ISUPK. Again, we have classes right through the week, Monday to Saturday and thing, right? And also again, all Jamaica, I could tune in Jamaica, I could tune in Brazil, England, and things like that, brothers, right all over teaching right through the week. And you can't miss the ISUPK and things like we all over. Brothers in Haiti, you can tune in Haiti and all to the same way. And all to again, right? So right through. And things right, any state, Philadelphia, Boston, Mississippi, all these different states and them, right? New York, Canada, we all over and think too, right? So again, this we want to get with people right. And with that, I'll pass the class over to Priest and Officer Yakad.
Security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West, 121st Street, Island, New York, under commanding General Yahan. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to spread themselves of the word. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is the commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18 and verse 21, and Malachi from chapter 3 from verse 8 to 10. Means 10 in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'aisha. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatever amount would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation. The Feast of Purim. We have the Feast of Purim. Which is on Friday, February 19th, and Saturday, February 20th, right, for 8 days. Right, you can find this in the book of Esther. Okay. Actually, it's on the 14th day to the 15th day of the 12th month, which is Monday, the 2nd of March, and Tuesday, the 3rd of March, 2026. You find it in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 to 31. Remind Akim and Akwate to check on social media, such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on, for ISUPK events and materials. If your brother wants to be cheaper in the school, then you should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirt, black pants, black headband or scarf. That is a major which means stand. So the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. I will now, Shabbat Shemayim, Dash, Yah, Shamka, Yahweh, Allah Pafka, Ba'a, Badazaka, Yah, Aisha, Ba'aratisa, Kawa, Ayah, Hashemayim, Nathan, Lanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Asalatnu, Kawawatnu, Kasalatnu, Kawawatinu, Ala'a, Bayanaw, Alasaimon, Abba, Kawashino, Yan, Rai, Yah, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Tapara, Iwalamia,
What we just said,
our Father,
in heaven,
which art in heaven,
everything
thy name,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come,
kingdom come,
thy will be done,
be done,
on earth,
on earth,
as in heaven.
as in heaven.
But this day,
Give us this day
our daily bread,
daily bread.
and forgive our debts,
Give us our debts.
forgive our debtors,
We forgive our debtors.
and lead us into temptation,
Lead us into temptation.
deliver us from evil.
Deliver us from evil.
Thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
Be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Wow. Sir, in return, let's give the teacher a courtesy salute. Brother Shabbat, Majam, Iraq, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahshai Bakatan.
Yahweh, Shem Yahshai Bakatam.
Bakatan. Let's give the sisters online a courtesy salute. Brother Shabbat, Majam, Iraq, Yahweh Shem Yahshai Ba'asham Yahshai. Bakatan, class dismissed. So,